Hi guys, as you can see I'm quite comfortable today because I want to have a bit of a comfy video chit chat, so grab your popcorn, grab your sweets and let's begin. I wanted to do a list of things that I wish my older sister told me if I had an older sister, or that I would tell my younger self growing up. I never had an older sister when I grew up. I had an older brother. We were really different growing up, and plus he's a boy. I really felt like I wish I had an older sister just to tell me like a few little things. Like the first thing that I would tell younger girls growing up now is don't rely on other people to tell you who you are. In the sense where I remember growing up, I needed a lot of people to tell me I was pretty, or I was perfect, or I was beautiful, for me to actually believe those things. I couldn't just look in the mirror and tell myself, you're fine, like I couldn't do that. I needed somebody else to be my mirror and tell me that I was pretty or I'll be okay. School popularity really doesn't matter. Being popular in school used to be, I feel like it's most people's aspirations in life and like dreams at that age, to be one of the cool kids, and it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You're the pretty girl or the cool boy. It's not an essential. I remember people going to university, it was like, that's where you meet your husband, that's where you meet your husband. No one really said that that's where you meet your bridesmaids. No one really spoke about the fact that like, you can meet some of the best people in school. Education, it was mainly like universities where everyone finds their partner or their lifetime boyfriend. How about let's start by finding some good bridesmaids and some true friends. Like, look for that instead. That's one thing I'll tell my younger self. Don't shave. I would tell myself not to shave. I tell my sister this all the time, like, don't shave. I got so much bumps even on my arms. I used to be that kid that like shaved my arms or whatever, and they got like little, like, you guys probably can't see, but lots of little black dots just from shaving. Obviously some people's skin is fine, like my housemate, she shaved all the time and she was fine, but my skin can't take it. One thing I tell myself is boys are stupid, wait until they're men. I guess you do learn a lot from being in like relationships even at a young age, but just understand that they're stupid because they're boys. Like, they are boys. Another thing I'll tell myself is your mama, she almost always right. No, she's always right. Your mum's always right. I'll bring friends home and my mum will be like, I don't like her, get rid of her. And I'll be like, she hasn't even been, she'll be here for 2 minutes. She's always right. Your mum's always right. Develop small eating habits from now, or healthy eating habits from now, and exercising a little bit from now. If not a lot of it, a little bit, because I used to play a few sports and stuff, but the way I used to eat was crap. I used to eat junk. I wish I had educated myself on McDonald's and what actually goes into McDonald's from that young age. What I'm eating is crap. I wouldn't have ate half of the junk and my body would be so much more durable and stronger now and healthier now. Do you know what I mean? So that's one thing I tell my younger self. One thing I tell my younger self is that boy that broke your heart, that boy who made you cry rivers to sleep, that boy that made you gain a lot of weight or lose a lot of weight, that boy that you ate your feelings in a bucket of things that you swore you will never ever get over until, that boy that you swear you would never ever get over. Girl, you'll be fine. I'll tell my younger self. Another thing I would tell my younger self is to research my own history. I think nowadays in schools and the education system, they teach us a set kind of history, and growing up I think that's all we know. So one thing I always tell my sisters all the time, even my brothers, is okay, that's the history they teach you, that's what your curriculum's almost based around, and that's what you have to write down in the exam paper, but bear in mind that there's also a lot more to this history that we're being taught. Don't forget to pick up a book and research about your own history, or ask your grandparents or your great-grand, no matter where you come from. The books are always going to be a bit different to people who may have lived it firsthand, or come from a generation that just literally just passed it, or have lived in a generation that is in it. Growing up for me, my great grandmother was still alive, so I could talk to her about a lot of stuff. She obviously knew, she gave me more detailed description into things that happened due to the fact that she's lived through it. Don't forget to actually do research into your own history and the things that they don't tell you. One thing that I would tell my younger self is that I saw this somewhere and it said your parents are human too. Don't forget that they actually have feelings. Like sometimes I think my mum's a rock, like nothing breaks her down, but then there's things that you can say to your mum, your dad, or your carer, or whoever's taking care of you that can actually affect them, or it does hurt. They're human beings. My mum always says, would you want your child to like argue with me, the way you argue with me? And it makes me think that I'm a human being, so what makes me think she's not a human being? Like, do you know what I mean? So that's one thing I tell my younger self, to like not be so hard on my parents or my mum. And yeah, these people, it's okay that I don't look like the filter. It's okay that I don't look like the rise as I'm walking, or I don't look like the foot filter on Snapchat naturally. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is just an edit and it's a filter, and not every realistically real people do not look like this. One thing that I would tell my younger self is that you do not have to do what everybody else is doing to fit in. Like I tried to, and one day I realized I couldn't, and I stopped. So that's one thing I tell my younger self to keep doing. When I used to work in the body shop, guys, I lost them so much money. There'll be times that these little girls will come in, they'll be like, oh, I just want to try something on my skin. I'm like, why? Like, why? And they're like, oh, I just want to try something, because all my friends are using skin products. So it's what you're using now. Using cocoa butter, and yeah, that's it. So you want to try some of these products that have ingredients that, you know, may not react well to your skin. We don't know. I don't know. Like, it's like, if your skin is fine, do not try too many products, because in the long term run it could actually damage your skin. Find one that is good for you. Find a scrub that is good for you, a face wash that is good for you, a mask that is good for you, and you can die by those things. You don't need to, I get sometimes weather changes and stuff, you need to switch up a bit, but don't try avoid mixing different combinations and everything all together. Really, you don't need all of that. It does take a toll on your skin. My younger self, my older self, my yesterday self, I would tell myself this for the rest of my life, is drop toxic friends. Why you hang out, if you start to get that feeling like, why do I hang out with this person, to get to a point in your life where you realize, is this person doing more good or more bad for me? Like, and I feel like for me especially, like I used to make a lot of excuses when I was young as well, a lot of excuses for people, like, oh, but yeah, with us, I feel like with people, you know when someone's bad, you know when someone's bad. So I feel like I would tell my younger self, drop toxic friends. One thing I'll tell my younger self is do face masks. It's weird because I was so tomboyish, but there was things that I still did. Like, someone told me that washing your face with cold water is really good. And even though I would play football and be down in the dirt with the boys and breaking my teeth and everything, I would still always like take care of myself a little bit. Like, I would do a face mask. Like, I'll see my auntie do face masks and I'll do it with her. Yeah, she would do face masks and she would always tell me to drink water, it's good for your skin. Take care of your skin from a young age because it affects you. GCSEs, exams, and I wish someone told me this. Like, I wish I had a sister growing up tell me this. Even though in like my exams and stuff I did okay in there, get your degrees, which I completely get. I'm for that. Like, some people, what they want to do in life, they need education, some people don't. And that's okay to not want to go to uni. I wish I had someone to tell me that, like, as long as you know what you want to do instead. Like, do you know what I mean? As long as you're not like, I just want to stay at home, and like, that's what I don't play with. I don't like stuff like that. You need to obviously have a goal in mind and have something that drives you and that you want to actually. It's okay to not go down the same route as everyone else. The typical going to school and getting a 9 to 5. And even though I did all that, like, I really wish that, sometimes I wish that I didn't. That's the honest truth. You do not need a relationship to feel complete. I feel like I want to tell my younger self that you don't need to have someone, because I really feel like my first relationship, it wasn't, I wouldn't even call it a relationship now. I don't really class it as that, but it was like a quick thing, like, someone likes me, someone finally likes me, someone thinks I'm pretty, yes, come, grab, la la la, I am set. Like, that's kind of how I was. Like, I just grabbed anyone. Trying to tell my younger self as well was to learn a language. I would 100% learn a language. I'll speak Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo te llamas? Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Bien, gracias. Como un poquito. I forgot. Dye, perm, straighten, bleach, all of that to your hair. Really avoid doing that because it will creep up on you later on in life. I can promise you that. Oh my god, people who tell you that your dreams are crazy and that you should get a real job, don't listen to them. Don't let anyone knock your dreams. That's the one. It's actually your life. You don't want to get to an age where you're like, imagine if I never listened to Sharon, or Sarah never told me that, or if it means not telling too many people, because a lot of people have negative things to say instantly and say, oh, that's a bit silly, or I don't get it. So one thing that I've learned, I can't remember where I heard this from. I feel like it's a video. If you know where I've heard it from, please at me to remind me. But there was like a girl, and she said that she wants to start her own pen lines, and her best friend said, but there's already pens. And then she said, yeah, but this pen's gonna be my brand, it's gonna be with my name on it. She said, but why do people want your name on it? She goes, okay, so like what makes it individual? And she goes, oh, okay, so what it is that it rubs out. And then she goes, but there are pens already that do rub out. No, but you see, this one, it rubs out, but it's got a scent. But they're scented pens as well. Look, it's like she took her dream from here with her but it's like you kept killing it to the point where the girl was just like, you know what, you're right. Where have I heard this story before? And I don't know, but yeah, it's like because you've shared your dreams now, and because she didn't get it, your dream has now died. Because your friend didn't get it, because someone's always not going to get it. You don't have to get it. It's what I want to do. It's what I get. Do you know what I mean? So don't let people run your dreams out of your mind. Literally. Like, I'll pay my tithe from the day I started working. Pay my offering. Like, yeah. My mum always told me to do it, but I never really did it. That's one thing that I would actually do. I would pay my tithe. I think I didn't really understand what it was. So pay my 10%, understand what I'm actually doing, who I'm giving it to, and why I'm doing it. Take more pictures. Take more pictures. It's so sad to say this, but when people die, only a number of things that you really have. You have their things, their possessions, memories, and then pictures and videos. You can constantly see how that person walked, to remember how they spoke, remember, even though I guess it will always be embedded in your memory, it's something to always have. So take pictures and take videos, not because of just deaths, but like you can show your children, oh, these are my high school friends. Imagine that. Like I always said to my mum, like, where's pictures of your high school graduation, I want to see those pictures. Do you know how cool that would be? She doesn't have any. Another thing I would tell my younger self growing up is to say, my brother, he got a job, my little brother got a job, and he was like, oh my god, money, like what do I do with money? Because he was so used to my mum and dad giving him money. Before you get comfortable learning how to actually spend money, save it. Like I can't remember how much, but let's say it was like £10 for my mum, £10 for my dad. You were living underneath that, and you were so used to like managing your lifestyle under this £20 a week, but now you're getting £60 a week plus this £20 a week. Now you're going to program yourself to get used to managing how to live under £80 a week. So how about we take that money, half it, and put half of that away in your savings. So if that's like, okay, you're living life a little bit because you got a job and you work for it, so you know, enjoy yourself. If you want a Ben & Jerry's instead of getting a little no-name brand ice cream, you can do that now because you work. So you know, treat yourself or whatever, but don't get used to spending all that money. So from that, before he got used to spending that money, I put it in the savings account, so that boy doesn't know how to even spend that much money. Do you know what I mean? My younger self is to save from young. Girls and guys growing up, think very carefully about your tattoo. Think very carefully about your tattoos, your piercings, remember when I was growing up, I wanted here pierced so bad. Like now I would have regretted getting that done. So unless it's something that like has a meaning, it might be something stupid like a sheep, but the sheep was your granddad's favourite colour granddad's favourite animal or something, and it's got like a special meaning behind it, fair enough. But if it's just something really ridiculous, it's in the moment and it's like, yeah, let's just get it done, really think about it, because these are things that will affect your future self. Something I tell my younger self is to write things down. I'm so forgetful, I don't remember nothing, and I refuse to write things down as well, because I believe that, oh, I remember that, it's okay, I'll remember it, and I don't. So that's one thing I tell my younger self. I tell myself that now today. write things down on your phone, on a notebook, anything. Especially like if you're a dreamer or you're a creative person, we often you understand how many dreams come to pass. Like 1% of dreams come to pass because we think of thousands of ideas every single day. So many ideas come into our head, but because we don't write it down, it's literally just gone with the wind. It's like gone with the wind. It's gone because you didn't write it down and now you don't remember. So write things down. Yeah, not everyone's gonna like you, and that's okay. That's one thing I would tell myself growing up. Wear a bra from a young age. I hated bras. I was such a boy. I think to sum it up, what I would tell my younger self is to do things to help my now self. Do you know what I mean? Do things that my future self will be like, girl, you did all that for me. Yes, girl, you know I got your back. Don't even play me like that, girl. You know I got your back. Girl, you saved all this money for me? Girl. Thank you guys, and those are things that I would tell my younger self. If one person only took one thing from that, if just one person took something from that, that makes me feel happy. Thank you guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to your girl. If you want to videos, me, my camera, and my world. It's this your favorite girl.